Good morning, everyone. Today we'll talk about a new topic, which is the relational database. And before we start talking about this topic, I need to highlight the need for downloading Microsoft Access in your desktop because we need it this week to start building up a small database on Microsoft Access and see how can we drive the different reports or queries from this database. First of all, before we talk about a database, if we make a table on the Excel like this one, this is, you call it a table, and a table is different from the database because tables might have different problems where we keep repeating the different records in the table, and this creates redundancy. And because of that, like the telephone directory or the customer reports or the sales orders, as in our example here, you see that there are some items are repeated, which is redundant. And because of this problem in tables, we start to think about database where we can eliminate the redundancy among the records. What database objects mean and do? The relational database holds a set of objects. For example, when we enter the data on the database, we use forms. And when we view the data on the database, also we use forms. And then when we enter the data, we create tables which are related to each other. And when we try to get the data out of the database, we can either use queries or reports, which can give us the data in different format. And sometimes we make automated command sequence, which we call it macros, and all of this will make connection among the different tables in the database. So one database can hold many tables which hold different kinds of data. So for example, if I use sales transaction, we make one table for the customers, one table for the inventory, one table for the price list, and then we start to hold some kind of relationship among those tables. The data can be linked or related between the tables through different keys, which we will see it in the coming slide. When I say related tables, it means certain records in the two tables are related. And we have different ways to create relationship among the tables. For example, we can make one-to-one relationship. So record 1 in table A is related to record 1 in table B. And so forth for record 2, 3, 4. Here we make one-to-one relationship. Or we can make one-to-many relationship, where one record in table A is related to several records in table B. So record 1, for example, is related to record 1, A, B, C, and so on. And then there is another way of relationship where many tables can be linked. So table A is connected to B, C, D, and then we might use query to look up for a new table. So from here we can tell that there are different ways of linking the relationship, linking the tables together through relationship. And here is a relational database as I explained earlier. For example, if you look at the sales transactions, where you can see sales in the top left of the screen here, followed by sales inventory, which shows all the invoices with all the quantities. And on the right side, we see the customer table. And then on the on the bottom down, we see the inventory table. And here we create different tables, but they are related. So the moment we initiate an invoice to the customer, first it will go to the customer record. So it shows up, there is a new invoice has been initiated under his name. And then it goes to the inventory to pull up the quantity. And then it goes down to the price list to get the prices and then connect them together. And here there are different keys to link the tables together. If you look at the first column on the left side of the two screens, we call it primary key. So here, primary key, it means linking what you have, the first column on this table, with the first column of the other table. But if you pick another column on that table, we call it foreign key. So for example, here the customer number is a foreign key in the sales table because it's a primary key that uniquely identifies customers in the customer table. Because of this, the sales table can relate to customer table. And when we try to make reports or get the outcome of the database, we create query. And this can be made by the Microsoft Access, where you can initiate the query on a screen, and based on that, you get the answer in this format. I will try to share with you some brief numbers to start creating a database on the Microsoft Access, and then see how can we get some reports or query from this database. I hope you find this topic enjoyable and add value to your knowledge, and I will come back to you soon. Thank you.